Now welcome students to our new chapter, which is areas of rectilinear figures. Now before we move on to the concepts of this chapter, let us have a chapter overview about what are we going to study in this chapter. First we'll study the basics of rectilinear figure, that what is a rectilinear figure, and then this chapter is mainly consist of the theorems. There are 4 to 5 very important theorems which are related to the areas of parallelogram and triangle, and then based on those theorems we'll solve some questions for which I have written the application of these theorems. Now let us start the chapter. What is a rectilinear figure? Now you see, rectilinear figure is composed of two words. One is recti and other word is linear. Now what do we mean by recti? Recti means straight. So what do we mean by recti? This means straight. And then what do we mean by linear? From linear word is derived from line, and you know that the equation of a line is a linear equation. So from linear we mean line. So that means a rectilinear figure is a figure which is composed of straight lines. Now let us discuss the word area. Now there is a figure which is composed of lines, that means the boundary of the rectilinear figure is composed of lines. So what is area? Area is the total amount of surface space which is enclosed in those lines, or the amount of space enclosed within the boundary of rectilinear figure. For example, let us say this is a parallel, this figure is the figure of parallelogram, and you know what is parallelogram? A figure, a quadrilateral in which both the sets of opposite sides is parallel to each other. So it is a parallelogram, and this is a rectilinear figure. Why is this a rectilinear figure? Because it is the figure made up of straight lines. Now you cannot say that circle is a rectilinear figure because it is not composed of straight lines. So it is not a rectilinear figure, but yes, this is a rectilinear figure. And what will be the area? Area will be the total amount of this space which is enclosed within the boundary of the parallelogram. So in this chapter we'll study about these figures. Mainly we'll study about parallelogram and triangle and the theorems based on their area.